Adrian, you good? You good?
Fuck you have to mention
You
this shit.
you good? You good? Like, are you good?
Yeah,
Like, you good?
You
You
good?
good?
These people are gonna think I'm fucking retarded. Yes.
Welcome to the Flavortown Podcast. I'm Matthew.
I'm Adrian.
I'm William.
I'm Davis, maybe.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm your boy Jackson.
Oh yeah.
There is our two side hosts, Jordan and Jackson, here today. You got the main four crew here. Guys, we went through a Thai experience today.
We already went over the fact
A
we watched
traumatic
the movie.
experience.
We went through a traumatic experience.
Oh, we
A
are.
quite dumb experience, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say,
So dumb, I
wasn't-
don't even remember most of it.
it wasn't a very green, environmental friendly movie.
Are you talking about money?
No, environmental.
Environmentally.
Environment.
First
Yeah,
off,
because
yeah.
it makes you think, fuck the
Well,
forest.
you pointed out, like, you just burned the bitch.
Hey,
You
hey.
burned it all down.
Hey, no, but
This is my idea.
honestly, I would love to go there. It was very beautiful.
I wouldn't.
I just don't want
Dude,
to
I
fuck with
would.
the ghost.
Dude, it's not at all like that.
No, like,
Mount
it's a
Fuji?
regular forest.
Oh, I'd go to Mount
no,
Fuji.
no, I go to Mount
Yeah,
Fuji.
dude.
Let me explain to you. I would take the gondola up to Mount Fuji. Yeah, I'm chill on top of Mount Fuji.
The
Like,
gondola?
because I know, just because of
That's-
that movie, like I said, my mind is so
It's a
visionary that I would go into that forest and I would just start seeing the shit I saw in the movie there. I would be like, Natalie Dormer's looking at me right now. She's
You
looking
see
at me.
Guy Fieri.
I see Guy Fieri. Oh,
Oh,
God.
God, I'm going to
Oh,
Flavortown.
God,
Oh,
Flavortown
God.
is coming to me. We're not handling it. Turn around.
That's the
Let's
plot
get back
twist.
to- let's
You
get back
know,
to- back
if
to the
I
movie.
was on Mount Fuji, though, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably smoke mad blunts with Buddha.
Oh, dude,
That's
damn.
India. Hey, you can
Hey,
take,
whatever,
you can take a, you
whatever
can
the
buy,
fuck. I know it's Japan, but
you
whatever
can,
the fuck.
you can buy,
you know.
you can go to the store
He'd
and buy a
bring
little like
I'm
pocket
racist,
Buddha.
you know.
Fucking Buddha.
I
Fucking
thought
Buddha.
you were saying
Pocket,
off
pocket
it.
Buddha.
Pocket Buddha.
I'm pretty sure there's an app on the interweb for pocket Buddha.
Reach my innocent.
Along with some pocket boutte.
The booty.
So, yeah, we went to the forest. The greatest. Like, we ain't gonna
No.
talk about it much. We spent a while talking about it. The one thing I gotta add about it is me and Adrian had a genius idea for it, which was, why don't you just bring in the Digimon? Like, you in Japan, you just get the Digimon, you bring him up here, the Digimon will take care of it. Just pepper breath. This whole forest has got pepper breath.
Just like right up in that old lady's face, just bah, pepper breath. Boom.
Hey,
Get that old bitch
lady,
back in her room.
That
Shit.
old lady needed like cream for her face. She was a little wrinkly.
Really powerful.
Yeah.
She looked
right?
like
Yeah,
a-
she would have scared the hell out of me. Ooh,
Like a
like I
snake.
said, knocked out on the floor.
Okay,
Knocked out.
you just realized.
She
I just
ran
realized something. Marlon Wayne's gonna make a really shitty parody of this. You could be like cocoa butter. She's gonna be like, oh
That's the
I
that's the
love
end
how
of the movie.
she says we gonna throw this shit into the hot box. I'm like, the hot box is what I do in my car, nigga.
no! We gonna check this about 2:30.
What?
Whatever the fuck we
When
do.
your grandma-
A part of the Flavortown, if we gonna be talking about flavor, I must say Auntie Feet makes some crazy ass flavor because she be doing some shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Auntie Feet, if you ever hear this, I love it, Auntie Feet. Yo, shit you be doing is
We
hilarious.
love
I
Auntie
love
Feet.
watching you cook. But, like,
He's
oh
probably
my
hit the
goodness, the
three
way she be
person.
talking and shit sometimes, I'm just like, ooh, man, Auntie Fiji. Like,
I'm gonna make come on these
Anti-Fiji.
Oh yeah, so
Auntie Fiji, man, she funny as hell,
Davis,
dude.
I need you to cut in the little part. There's this new movie coming out with Maggie from The Walking Dead called The Boy, and at the end of the trailer, this little poster like grabs her by the neck and pulls her in, and I knew it was coming. I leaned over to Adrian. Right as it happens, I go, "I'm gonna make you come on these titties." Come on these titties.
Oh my god, I fucking missed that. That was
Just like, just see, we would make horror movies so not scary.
That's what you guys would do.
Me and Adrian, we were talking about possibly doing a
We make
series,
them
and it's
realistic.
like, if we don't do this series, I'm gonna be highly disappointed. Where we're just going to put a movie on in our studio, and we're gonna have 4 live microphones, and we're just gonna make fun
Oh,
of it.
Can
a
I,
movie
can I be
roast.
invited? Can I
Yes.
be invited?
We'll consider it.
Like a.
Uh,
Oh,
no.
yeah,
We'll have guests.
Live.
yeah,
Live
yeah, it's gonna
roast.
be 4 to 5 people, and
A
we're
live
just gonna
roast.
make fun. Like, we're gonna watch The Lazarus Effect, which we've already seen, and it's horrible, but it's so easy to make fun of that movie.
Let's just roast every single horror film that isn't really horror.
We're gonna watch Halloween 20 H2O
Please now.
with LL Cool J.
Please now.
My boy.
There are 20 Halloweens. I've seen the first couple, but there are 20.
It's called H20 for some reason. I think it's like the 20th anniversary. But the reason it's got LL Cool J in it because Davis needs to edit in some "Mama Gonna Knock You Out" when he's fighting Jason.
No, wait,
Wax
wait,
on,
Jason.
wax off.
Jason's from Friday the 13th.
Or Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. There you go.
Is it?
The
No,
first-
Mike.
Michael Myers was in he was the bad guy and the killer in Halloween. I don't watch.
I'm
movies.
not even high right now, but I straight up look high because I'm like, hold on, let me think.
Yeah, your hair
It is a
kind
little
of
late.
Halloween
I got the
20,
munchies.
I think. See, that's the simple. It's like when you go see a bad movie and you know it's gonna be a bad movie. Like we didn't have any expectations of being scared to going into this movie. We knew it was gonna be bad.
I did.
Jackson had expectations. Me and Will, we already seen the trailer when we went and saw something. We were like, this is not gonna be scary, and it wasn't. Like it wasn't.
It really wasn't. But the one thing that was really disappointed about it,
Aiden
Natalie-
died.
Yeah.
no, I
that's
don't
real.
really care about that guy. He was creepy. I
I
couldn't tell
He
what was real
a
about
little
himself.
weird, but I wasn't sure about him.
I-
And the
The
problem,
funny-
Did y'all actually
like-
think that?
That was the other problem too.
Okay.
Like I had no idea what to think
there-
about
there's
that
two-
dude.
yeah,
Like,
that's what it's supposed
when
to
she
do.
killed him, I was like, well,
There-
Well, no,
Am I
like
supposed
when
to
she
be
first
sad,
was when
or,
she first
like-
was finding out.
But
I-
that-
or
I
did
think-
this motherfucker like really do something?
it was messing with her head. It
Or
wasn't
like,
supposed to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
real.
what the hell?
That was
there
decently
was
done.
too much of the movie where you saw it from only her view, and so that messed up the whole movie.
Yes, but this
She
movie-
was always hallucinating and seeing things, and so you never saw the actual side which Aiden was seeing because he'd been out in the forest a lot with the guide.
Hey guys, I just gotta say one thing. In my heart, Eazy-E is somewhere in that forest. Somewhere. He's still gonna fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
There, Easy's still alive.
Okay.
There's this scene in the forest where she falls into a little pit and she's like, oh no, help me. So Asia goes like, help me, I know where your sister is. And
Why the hell
I
did
told
you follow me,
Adrian-
you dumb bitch?
I told Adrian, because she just, like, Asia pops up right behind her. I was like, I leaned over in the middle of the movie. And I went, how great would it be when she turned around right now? Guy Fieri would just went, welcome to Diners, Driving Dives.
Out of
I'm taking
nowhere.
you to Flavortown.
Yeah, that
What?
in that whole forest, that isn't hell. That's Flavortown.
Like,
That
this
was
is where we've
Might
been
have
going
made
the
the
whole
movie better,
time.
actually.
Man, I need some flavor.
He's
Like,
gonna
you
fish
wanna
her
go
away
to
to
Flavortown?
Flavortown.
So now that's why the podcast is called the Going to Flavortown Podcast. It's because a stupid joke for a stupid movie, because Guy Fieri is legitimately the best human being on the face of the earth.
Yes.
Every movie would be better if they were just going to Flavortown. Shrek, if they went to Flavortown, it would be better. Forrest, if they were going to Flavortown, it would be better. Would have been Up, instead of wanting to go, like, be on a hillside, they were going to Flavortown. She was like, let's
What
ride
if-
these balloons to Flavortown.
What if in the beginning it didn't make me cry and they all went to Flavortown?
Yeah! If it was like, she didn't die, she rode in this Harley, and we went to Flavortown. I would have been like, best movie
But Guy
ever, right
Fieri
there.
drives
Give
a
me-
Nigga,
Yeah.
we
red
made
car.
it.
Guy Fieri.
Like a
Guy
Corvette.
Fieri.
I think it's
Oh,
Camaro.
in the ending, it isn't them looking in the forest and seeing her. It's just the car slowly rolling into the distance.
Flavortown.
See, you brought that up. Now, my thought, because again, I've watched like all of the seasons of
Yeah.
Diners, Driving Dives,
Hey,
is like
it's a pretty good
that
show.
tense Asian guy as he's looking into the woods. And Guy
Yes.
Fieri just driving goes like, that's it for today on Diners, Driving Dives.
Yes.
Like, that would
Yes.
have been so much better. I
So
would have been
this,
like,
this is how they could have fixed that movie. Cast Adrian, as much as I like
Natalie Dormer, Adrian.
Yes, have her, and he'd be like waking up like, what the fuck am I sleeping on the floor? The hell is this Asian bullshit?
This ain't Flavortown. Hey,
We ain't
we're
halfway
going
to
to
refund for
Flavortown.
this shit. This ain't my home. I ain't back in, man.
He's in the scene with the
got
hallway.
a bed.
He's turning the lights on. He sees the old lady. He's like, nah, fuck this, and just goes back into his room.
That guy
I'm
comes.
like, oh, bitch, you need to get the fuck out of the way. I'm trying to get down here and get some sleep.
And when she
You
fucking
need to
runs
get
at
the hell
him,
out
he
the
just
way.
fucking knocks her out.
We need
Adrian
to
would have
make a
knocked that
spoof
old
of that now.
That old lady would have got clocked though, for
Adrian,
real. Like,
Adrian
she
would have knocked out the old
out.
lady. He would have knocked out the little Chinese Japanese woman, and he would have never went into the forest because the logical thing to do is to let the person figure it out on their own.
So wait, where was her sister?
Her sister was like just in
Or,
the forest.
hey.
She was just out in the forest.
Wait, here's another thing. Since her
Overnight?
psychological powers, was she thinking of her sister, and her sister really never existed because they were identical. The sister played.
But
both
no,
roles.
because her
What?
husband recognized Jess at the end. Her husband was like,
Well,
hey.
yeah, they casted the same, but in the actual story of it.
Yeah. In my mind, the movie ended with Jess going back and Sarah's husband being like, so Sarah's dead, huh? You want a bone? Maybe you could marry
that's
me
the
now.
deleted
Like,
scene at the end.
anyway.
Like that should have been the end of the movie. So
The best
we
part-
fucking right.
The best part
Yeah.
is Hayden gets stabbed, and instead of him being like, stab me, he's like, she was never here. Why'd you stab me? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
anyway,
then-
that's what it was
We're
actually
going
going
to
on. Like that whole
Flavortown.
stuff, all that cabin stuff was basically not there.
All that stuff didn't
Sarah
happen
looks-
except for the death of Hayden.
Sarah
Yeah.
looks so
We had to
possessed
kill
when
Hayden.
she killed Aiden.
Yeah,
Like, did
why-
you see her eyes? She
Why'd
looks
she
like
have-
she hadn't slept in days.
I'm gonna everyone run through real quick and give you a rating. I'll give mine, and we'll go around to Adrian all the way to Davis. I got a 5 out of 10. Maybe a half. I mean,
Out of
I enjoyed
10,
it with friends.
I mean, honestly, like, I don't remember most of the movies, so I'm probably gonna give that like a 2.
Jackson.
I'm thinking a 2 out of 10 too.
2 out of 10, but I enjoyed it because I saw it with friends.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
factor you got to bring in when you're rating.
I don't
When you
know.
bring in the friends to it, and even though it was predictable, if you actually had friends to talk with and make fun of it, I give it a 3.5 out of 10.
I'd probably do about a 4.
Now that we're done talking about The Forest and all the ratings for it, I have something I want to talk about. This is the stuff I was talking about earlier that I would lead into.
Yeah.
Horror movies. They're outdated. We're done. We should be done with them. We should stop making horror movies. Want to know why?
Again, Conjuring was good though. They make one good one every 2 years. And I
Okay,
get it.
just
It's
make one. Just
Conjuring
put
2.
all their effort into one.
Okay.
Conjuring 2 looks okay.
It looks better, but let's be honest here. The Boy looks the most intense
That one
and
looks-
horrifying and deep in your bone.
Well, I
That
don't
one
like
looks
it
like a
because
crazy.
That one looks so fucking dumb.
it looks dumb. Except
Because
for the
it's
fact
a
I'm terrified
mannequin
of
doll.
dolls.
It's a
Yeah, I know. It
it's a
uses that.
fucking doll.
Hey,
Dude,
remember
it's
that
like,
movie? Oh, sorry. Can we talk about it? That movie you were talking earlier about that when they're in the
water?
the water one in the caves. It uses claustrophobia to make you scared.
Yeah.
That's what it does. It makes everything feel tight.
Most-
if you're scared of dolls or anything like that, like I'm pretty sure everyone who's insane on this planet is, that would make you terrified.
I'm terrified of dolls.
Yeah. So they could use that, and it at least has some scare to it. That's not just boo.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Dude, but it's just another one of those movies. Oh, it's a possessed doll. You know,
Yeah,
go
so
watch
true.
Annabelle.
So true.
Based
I
on
want
Annabelle-
Chucky,
I
nigga.
heard Annabelle.
Chuck.
The
Yeah,
original-
Chucky.
Possessed.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
Annabelle's
God.
probably better because
The
it's a
roast
prequel
thingies?
to The Conjuring.
True.
Wait, did we see
Oh,
that?
really?
We haven't seen it.
Yeah, it is.
yet.
What is
We
Annabelle?
watched it on Netflix. It's on Netflix tonight.
Is it?
Dude.
What? When was that? When did that one come
That was
out?
2000.
Annabelle was 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was
It was
2013.
good. It was good.
I have to go check it out.
Chucky, you know what you're talking about, like the movie roasts?
Yeah.
We have to do one for Chucky.
Mm.
That movie is
Dude,
hilarious.
I
Okay,
veto
hold
that.
on.
Wait, which
But
one?
I
there's
veto
one
that.
scene we have to watch in Spanish. Because when you watch it in Spanish, whoever they got to do the little kid's voice is hilarious. Because when he's looking for Chucky outside in the snow, he's like, Chalky. That shit is fucking hilarious,
Okay,
dude.
I vetoed that.
It is so funny.
I vetoed that idea, of doing Chucky because I'm terrified of dolls. We're gonna watch the whole movie in Spanish now.
Yeah, we gonna be laughing our
Thank
ass
you.
off.
It's not scary.
We're not
They have a
gonna
ton of
understand
scenes
a
where you're supposed to
thing.
watch the doll moving around, like from the doll's view. It looks like a little doll on a race
You don't
car.
understand how
That would be
invest.
so funny.
It's so
You don't
funny.
understand how scared I am of my Funkos are gonna come alive at night and kill me. Like
my
they
God.
got swords and they got guns and they gonna kill me.
And you have 200.
I
of
have
them.
70 of them, but I have my main man Tusk, who's
Yeah.
my Build-A-Bear elephant. He's there to protect me
Yeah.
all times, forever, in his High School Musical tracksuit.
Yes.
Wait. So
Alright, we
See,
made
no,
it.
I
no,
didn't even
Matt-
know that thing was
okay,
there.
Matthew's
Wait, it's over there.
obsessed with all these dolls, and yet he's terrified of them, and so he only has this
Except
one
the
Hey,
savior and
all he
protector.
needs to do is turn them around so they don't stare at him.
Yeah, that's even scarier.
Yeah.
Because they're planning
Because
behind
what
his
about if I
back.
wake up in the morning and they're all turned around? I'll be like,
What if you wake up in
That
the
would be
morning?
weird.
Okay, this is
I'm
hypothetical.
surprised no one's done that before.
We need to watch more of Ballers.
yeah, we watched
True.
4 episodes.
Yes.
What is
So good.
that?
I saw
I
one
saw
episode.
it on
It's like
HBO, but I wasn't sure
Entourage.
if I wanted to
It's
watch
like
it.
Entourage,
You showed me
but with a
one.
rock.
Like
You showed me one
Ballers?
episode.
And they're football
Ballers?
players.
Ballers, and they're like ex-football players.
Yeah, it's
And
got
they-
But it was pretty good.
it's got Forrest Whitaker's son in it.
Fucking tornado or whatever the fuck.
Ocean. Ocean.
Ocean. What the hell? Who names
That's
their
right.
son Ocean?
Hey,
I mean, I know, I understand me wanting to name my
look-
son
look-
Optimus Prime is kind of stupid, but who the fuck names their kid Ocean?
Look at my face real quick. It's a man whose eyelid does this. I'm gonna tell you. That's Forrest Whitaker. I'm gonna tell you right now. My son's name is Ocean. His name is Ocean, and that's okay. That's
Like
Forrest Whitaker.
that.
This is how it happened.
Like,
He's like, hey, sir, can you
honestly-
like the name Ocean? And he just holds it next to his neck.
Can you
totally
spell
like,
it for me?
Hey, I'm sorry, what were you saying? I was saying Ocean was a lovely name.
Yeah, like I feel like
Crazy
that kid would
priest.
have gotten so much crap in his childhood for
Okay.
being called Ocean.
He would have got his ass kicked every single day in high school. Yo, my boy Ocean. That's not cool.
No, it makes fun of you. We didn't because his dad is Forrest Whitaker.
With the way you're talking.
What?
You
It-
sound so weird.
It's from the
Ocean.
Ocean.
The special stuff.
Probably someone probably kicked him in the face like, Todd's coming in. Todd's coming in.
I had a little cocaine. I was like, oh yeah.
That's not how you ingest
Yes,
cocaine,
guy.
dude. Don't snort it. You go.
Rub it
Get
around.
on them gums.
Or you just put
I'll
in your
give you something to brush your gums.
Okay, speaking of which, cocaine. Did y'all know that? Did you know that at Astro Stadium there's videos of people just doing cocaine just in the stadium? They just straight up like
Serious?
they just straight up like flipping over the nacho tray, just whoa baseball.
Motherfucker, you don't know how jacked I am. First base should have got that shit. What the hell are you doing?
They run. Woo! That was a foul ball. What are you
Hey,
talking
You're
about?
sitting
Woo!
at third
Hey, but
base.
how-
Run, son, run.
Yes, but-
Move that ass.
They run on the
stands,
field, grab a
it's-
baseball bat to start playing for the team, and they just let him because he's so good.
Yes.
You want crack bats the whole game, man? Just do a line of cocaine.
Wait a minute. I just realized something.
Hey, man, just coat your gum in it and just stick it in your
I got well. What you got?
People doing drugs in the stands. Isn't that the plot to Angels in the Outfield?
That's how everyone sees the Angels. They all too busy
Oh,
doing
man.
LSD.
That's how you're doing good.
They
got
all
the
doing
Angels on
mushrooms
the
and
side, man.
LSD in the stands.
Y'all don't understand. Like when I said my imagination is vivid, the whole time while y'all been talking, I heard like Field of Dreams or whatever over there. But I was like, what if James Harden did cocaine and had a party with Guy Fieri? What would that be like?
No, the guy
I
from
tell you what
Smash
that
Mouth.
would be like: white bitches and crab cakes.
Okay, what would happen?
White bitches and crab cakes.
It's new inside joke. I'm texting you that. So.
What would happen if they included the guy from Smash Mouth?
The guy from Smash Mouth.
Shrek would come up to this motherfucker and be like, "What up? I'm Shrek.
And
I'm
Big
here."
Show would just pop out of nowhere.
Donkey come out and be like,
Donkey!
in the morning, I'm making pancakes. Oh shit, man, I messed it up. In the morning, I'm making waffles. I said fucking pancakes.
Oh, by the way,
damn it.
have you ever guys noticed sometimes with those how Guy Fieri and the guy from Smash Mouth style their
Please
beards?
stop moving your hand like that.
Oh,
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Hey,
He's
guys,
shaving.
if you do your hand like this and put this part and touch the top of your
Don't fuck off.
teeth, you look like it tastes like salt.
So my brother, right? We're at the
Oh.
orchestra last week. Like we're at the symphony and it's all fancy. My brother's like, "We have to be fancy for this. It's for my birthday."
Yes.
And halfway through, the maestro's talking, and my brother looks at me. He taps me, and I look at him and goes. My brother's like, he's faking sucking a dick, and I'm just like,
The air blowjobs, everyone.
He's doing the whole
Is
putting
he
his hands
gay?
on his face.
no.
I didn't think
It
so.
was the part when he's directing
That
the symphony
makes
when all the
signals.
drums have to do this. So the sign for this is
Get both of them coming in at you.
You know what my favorite movie is with the pretend dick sucking scene is Pineapple Express. Bill Hader, that opening scene when he's like, "Yeah, I'm serious. Your dick, my mouth." And I'm
You
just
guys
like,
can't see the
"Oh
motion.
my gosh,
What movie
hell
is that?
yes!"
Please-
Pineapple
please
Express.
insert that
Look
in.
up
Oh,
the
God.
opening.
Movie
The opening clip of it is just Bill Hader. He's
Please
they're
tell
in
me
like
that's the whole
a
movie.
military base in a
No.
bunker underground, and they're like they want to see what smoking weed is like, so they get Bill Hader. He's the test subject of what do they call it, item 9, and he smokes some weed and he just goes on like this little rant, and it is great, dude. It
Oh
is
my
great.
god, that sounds amazing.
So my brother was telling me, everyone here has probably seen 21 Jump Street. Brother was telling me that his friend Muhammad, his friend Muhammad at A&M was like, "I'm gonna pick a fight with somebody," and he goes up to somebody, and this dude's like, "What's your beef?" He goes, "I'll beat your dick off. I'll beat your dick off with both hands." And this guy looks at Muhammad like, "What? What?"
He's like, where the fuck you
Muhammad
come with
would
that?
so
You gonna
do
beat my dick
that.
off with both hands?
Like
you
the
met
bushes
Muhammad,
are
right?
I have.
Muhammad
Muhammad doesn't. Oh my
was he
god.
at IKEA with?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
I
That
should
fucking
Yeah.
video of him trying to kick the soccer ball.
So Muhammad was trying to do a Pele kick, and I've never seen a dude miss kicking a soccer ball worse than him trying to do a Pele kick. Like, I'm talking, he threw it up in the air, and as he goes for the kick, he almost does a complete backflip, and the ball bounces like 10 feet away from him.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good at FIFA, but he can't play soccer to save his life.
But, by the way, Adrian, I've been thinking of designs for white bitches and crab cakes t-shirts over here. I got some great ideas.
Hey, write that down somewhere.
It's
Put
saying
notes.
white
Notes in your
bitches
phone.
and-
Make it
it's
like a
good. I got
mathematical
it.
calculation.
White bitches and crab cakes. That's
T-shirt,
Adrian.
please.
There's your birthday next year. White bitches and crab cakes.
Hey, my birthday's on the 6th.
Very much looking forward to it.
I don't know if
That's
Matthew
all right,
can
this
pull
year.
that off.
I can pull
Hey,
that
hey,
off.
hey! Make sure that they're Adrian's age, or close to it.
You only gotta be in 4 years.
Yes, no rape, please.
You only gotta be 4 years.
I keep saying rape. It's pedophilia.
They need to be within.
Hey, guys. Only about 6 more months until Will's considered a pedophile by the state of Texas.
Look at that.
Yay!
Finally.
My people finally make sense.
What?
Your life
I thought you
finally
were
makes
Amish.
sense.
What did you do?
Oh,
You gonna suck
Okay.
some
He's
dick?
an Amish Jew.
You guys
Are you
so
gonna
Amish.
suck some dick?
He's an
On
Amish
18, you gonna suck some dick?
No, when did I say
You
that?
wanna go to the chicken spot and suck some dick?
No,
you
I'm
wanna
gonna
suck dick for
I'm gonna
chicken?
go to Chick-fil-A, suck some dick. That's some damn good
Hey,
chicken.
Okay,
let me ask you
right,
this.
right,
Hey, as long as you get it well done.
I thought a chicken spot and I
teeth.
thought I suck a dick.
No
Hey,
teeth.
Will, if say somebody were to coat their dick in cane sauce.
No.
Would you do it?
I would do
No.
it.
You know what I would do?
With fried chicken next to it.
You know what I do? I grab his
I'm
dick.
not thinking
and
about
take
a
it
dick
apart.
covered in cane sauce. By the way, people, I'm thinking about Cane's chicken strips. That shit is fucking delicious.
What
If
about
you don't know what I'm
Chick-fil-A
talking about, you
Are they
need to
open?
get
These
on
Okay.
okay.
level.
Open 24/7?
Chick-fil-A
I don't know.
sauce.
I'm about to say some
man,
blasphemy
I
and
don't
all y'all are
know.
gonna hate me for about 30 seconds, but let me explain.
Canes or Chick-fil-A sauce?
Fuck canes. Let me explain
Well,
why.
you-
Wait,
Shh,
wait.
Simmer down. Let's hear it.
There's this place
can
in
be up
College
on it
Station.
later.
It's called Lane's Chicken. At Lane's Chicken, they basically ripped off Cane's Chicken, except you can get a $5 box. You get 2 pieces of garlic bread, or French toast, or whatever the fuck it is that they give you at Cane's.
It's like
French
You
toast.
get 6 pieces of chicken. It's not just 6. It ranges from 6 to 9. They don't
Like-
care. They throw it in there. You get fucking hush puppies for no reason. You get a whole thing of French fries, mashed potatoes, and you get cocktails and coleslaw. You know how much that shit is? $5. $5 for all
Hush
that.
puppies for no reason. There's always a
Oh,
reason for
and they
hush
have Lane
puppies.
sauce, which is just cane sauce.
Wait.
Time out.
God damn, that's a fucking
Why?
game changer.
Why ain't that in the
Motherfuckers.
Woodlands already?
Okay, let's,
Why?
let's
I don't
be,
know.
Let's be real
It's
here.
only $5 for all that shit.
Let's be real.
Nigga, be fat as fuck.
Adrian could live. He could actually survive
That's
life.
like 2 or 3 days worth of food. Shit. I got lunch and dinner.
For a
brother-
Mexican family,
my
that is.
My brother was talking. One time he went there. My brother was talking. He was like, one time I went there, and they were like,
Hey, watch
"You come in here so often? Open up your box." He opened up his box right there. They gave him 2 things of mashed potatoes and 12 pieces of chicken. He was like, 12 pieces of chicken? I love you.
I'd like to think that Adrian would try to live
Nigga,
there at
we
some
made
point,
it.
and one time he would be like, you know what? I've been
Adrian
here
would
for too
show up
long.
and they give
Like,
him
after-
15. They give him 15. Hey, it's okay. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
he'd be living there for like a year or something, and one day he'd just be like, you know what? I gotta turn my life now. I'm gonna try to leave, and be like, trying to move through the door and get stuck.
Let me explain to you why Adrian would be fat if he lived in College Station,
He'd
Texas.
live in the restaurant.
Legitimately, Jordan Lane's is the right place right by Torchy's.
Yeah.
So in a row of 3, there's a Raising Cane's Chicken. In between that is a Torchy's Tacos, and then there's a Lane's Chicken. You can hit up all 3 in a matter of minutes. My brother once went to Lane's, got a box of chicken, went to Torchy's, got a Trailer Park Trashy, put 2 more pieces of chicken in his Trailer Park Trashy taco, and ate it.
What happened to Cane's?
Oh my god.
He skipped
He
out
went
on
and got
Cane's.
sweet tea
Oh,
from
don't do
Cane's.
it.
Okay, good.
You're making me hungry right now. Actually, I got cotton mouth like a mofo.
I need
I
water.
need some water.
Hey,
That's
you
inside.
guys wanna know what water is?
You're gonna go get it.
Nigga, you're going to get the water, bitch. Get it. Go.
I don't think I can operate under these situations.
He said, wait,
Fucking lightweight
wait,
ass
wait,
bitch.
you-
You
Lightweight. He
It
weighs
took
more
like
than
2
you.
hits.
No, he took like 18.
4.
Adrian, you don't understand. He got his money in his check-ins, but he should have it in his savings, and he can't pull it out of his savings to get to his check-ins, therefore he can't do anything.
So you're getting the water.
How about y'all both get your own water?
Man, I thought I brought it in, motherfucker. Oh,
Let's go.
So,
Nigga, I am not getting up to go get
going?
water.
Okay, I just want something I want to talk about. I was
Yeah.
talking about earlier. Shit got crazy. We should just stop making horror movies. But you prove me wrong. We should make like 1 horror movie a year. The reason is horror movies are outdated. You know what's fucking best medium for horror movies? Or horror stuff? It's fucking horror games. Cause think about it, horror movies
is.
you can't get into it. You can't get immersed as much.
It is very true.
You like all those stupid decisions you guys are playing about. You're making those decisions, so it's less stupid. You're part of the action.
I will tell you that I know Davis hasn't played Until Dawn, and we're gonna play it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be cool.
That's a little less
Probably
interactive.
not.
Though. It's
Until
still
Dawn
good.
is, but still, it's
Y'all played Soma yet?
I know.
Oh.
Especially those parts where you gotta hold it still. If you do it, actually do it.
And Until Dawn is more terrifying up until the latter half of the game, but like the latter half becomes more of an action game.
Is that butterfly game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get out like 10
I feel like
billion
you'd love
different
it,
With
Davis.
like that psychopath guy.
Yeah, you would love it, Davis.
Yeah.
But I can tell you,
Phil.
like, I heard I know for a fact it's happening. Jordan Peele from Key and Peele, he's directing a horror movie.
So many Jordans.
And I think Jordan Peele probably could do a good horror movie. And there's actually some Key and Peele sketches, which I like kind of creep me out a little bit sometimes. Like they do some creepy shit sometimes.
Funny when
They do some weird shit sometimes. Yeah, they do some
like
crazy
Key and Peele
shit.
where they shoot each other.
Yeah, like they just fucking.
I
crazy.
love that one.
Aaron Rodgers.
Anyway, as I was talking about earlier, like it's so much easier to get you involved. Like
I can tell you like your video game argument. Like video games, it's a different experience. Like
So true.
it's so much better. It's much better as a horror experience.
Yeah, it's more intricate.
but also the problem with games is like games compared to movies, and it's the problem with watching horror movies like at home too. Go to a movie theater to watch a horror movie. First off, horror movies are hard things, and the reason I think we could do great horror movies is because we would want to make a fucking perfect movie. That's the thing. It's like nobody wants to make a perfect horror movie. They want to push them out real fast.
Like
That is a good point.
babies.
But with horror movies, there is no escape. You have to be there. You paid money. There's no leaving.
I want their
Yeah.
pants
Like
wet.
you're sitting there and you want to leave. You
So
really
we're
do. There's
direct
times
film
in a horror movie where you want to leave, but you can't because you know you paid money and like you sit there anyway. Especially when you're with
you
friends.
get the guilt when you walk out after you pay the medic.
Yeah, you're always
know.
gonna wonder what happened and then you check it up on your phone. Yeah, but it's not the same.
Just go to a different
So-
movie.
Then you feel like a big pussy because all your friends are like, bitch.
Exactly. So
It's like
That's not nice right now.
there's a very different experience. Like yes, you could get a better one out of a horror video game. But with a horror movie, if you take time and you craft a good movie, and I think I'm a firm believer in the fact you can get a better horror experience out of a movie only if it's done. Like you have to make a perfect movie.
Why would it be better?
Why?
Because it's like it's less interactive. It's less you in the action. I keep saying
You
action,
got to be a
it's better
creative
than-
person then. Like
What?
that shows how creative a person you are. Like I sit in a horror movie, and even today there was scenes in the forest. It was not a scary movie. Scenes that terrified me because you know why? I sat there and I didn't try to put myself in the character. I put myself in the character. Like it shows how creative you are when you sit there and you go, do I put myself in the character or do I like not put myself in the character? And if you do that, it becomes an immersive experience because somebody's telling a story rather than like in a horror video game they're telling a story. But the games you're talking about is more of a choice-based video game where you make the choices.
Well, if you want to, I guess what's the word I'm looking for?
Tell a story. You
Roleplay?
really can't tell a story
No,
and have it be.
there's a good one that it's just some fucking word. Anyway, a good example of the type you're thinking of, where it's more of a story and you just kind of ride along.
Well,
from
yeah,
it.
it's not like a choose your own adventure thing.
Yeah, it's not a
Something
choose your
like
own adventure thing. Oh God, what's it called? You go into an insane asylum and you have a camera. You'll know it.
Outlast.
Outlast.
Yeah.
That's the perfect example. Sure, they're
Yes.
longer. Sure, they take longer.
Outlast
sure,
and
it's
Soma.
it's much more focused on the
And
horror.
so that's the problem. Like, the reason I say it's a different experience and you could get a better one from a horror movie is Outlast is legitimately like a 22-hour game.
Yeah.
Which means you are going to take breaks in between playing it. You are going to not be terrified in between it. A horror movie, the point is 2.5 hours and it's supposed to terrify you. Like,
Yeah, but-
that's the point of a horror movie. That's why there will always be a necessity for movies and there will always be a necessity for video games. And the fact that, like, for those two different aspects, you're always going to have two different crowds. Adrian, I think you could agree. Like, are you going to play a 22-hour horror game?
No.
Are you gonna go watch an hour and a half long horror movie? Because horror movies are short.
Yeah.
That's not arguing what's. I see where you're going with that. It's a good argument. But that's not arguing what I was trying to argue, which is that they're better as horror
They
games.
can be better. Like I said,
I mean, yeah, but
a lot
not
of horror
all of
games
them are gonna be better.
A lot of horror games rely just on
Slender.
jump scares.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem with most movies too. I mean, they fall into the same traps. But I'm saying horror movies have the potential to be better, and they have been so far. I've not seen a movie that can stand up to like. Let's see. What are some good examples? I don't want to show any.
And I don't really.
Solo is really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
Have
into
you-
a
have you
political
played it?
debate of anything, but like,
It's a very philosophical game.
and
It is very.
you don't have no filter at all. But like, we live in
20
a
seconds.
society where we don't have a filter. Like, it's a lot of not filter, and a lot of stuff doesn't phase us. Like my dad was telling me. Back when he was a kid, a movie like The Thing, like, terrified them. Like, that's terrifying. Kurt Russell with The Thing.
That was a weird ass movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it was.
terrifying.
God, I don't want
But
to see
to
that
us-
guts in that way.
Yeah, to us, it's not. Like,
I want to
it's
see worms flowing.
it's
out my
stupid
hand.
and it's CGI and it's like, or not even CGI, it's practical effects. It just looks
The
bad.
practical
Like,
effects were pretty
we,
good.
we look at it and we just don't think of anything of it, like because it doesn't scare us, because we're now a desensitized people. Like we
Yeah, desensitization.
so
True.
so we're never gonna have that horror movie experience again because we like
we don't put ourselves in it. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
even as a kid right now, like if I was like 10 years old, I could go on YouTube and go like look up some Red Band trailer, like this crazy ass Japanese like horror movie, and just see like some insane fucked up shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
and
what?
you
You
wouldn't
know
be
what-
So I
scared,
mean,
would
like, yeah. I mean, you can just see all kinds of crazy shit now.
Like,
Yeah, that's
perfect example of where our society is at this point. We're like desensitization.
Donald Trump.
No, look at Deadpool. Like that Deadpool movie is literally. I
Dude.
love the character, but it's gonna be so fucked up. Like just in the
20
trailer.
years ago, movie would have never been made.
No,
Yeah.
you get people shot through the head.
Hell,
You
like
get
maybe 2 years ago it wouldn't have been made.
an old lady tells him to suck a cock. Like that's not a thing that's supposed to happen in movies. It's not a thing that's like supposed to, that people think of going on. But Deadpool does it because it's
And-
like it's fine. Like and I mean what's it called?
How
It
many
looks like an
times in this
avocado gets
generation?
getting fucked by an older avocado. Like that's just shit that they're gonna say, and everyone's gonna be like hilarious. It's
Well,
perfect.
I'll come back in a moment.
Like the thing in society, like everyone says, "Go suck a dick" or "suck my
Go
dick."
suck a dick. Yep.
It's like so. I guess like with action movies, they try to make it more realistic and more like relatable, but it kind of takes out some of like the actual action and actual entertainment of the movie.
The type of horror movies you're talking about with the thing and everything, what they're trying to do, that's shock horror. That's something different. That's not like psychological horror is pretty much the bare bones.
I
of
would not
horror.
say that-
shock horror. You'll watch it in the theater like, oh god, what is that? That's guts. That's disgusting. But after the theater, it's gonna wear off
I
pretty
wouldn't
quickly.
say the original thing was like a shock horror movie.
Well,
It's psychological based.
it is
on the
very
fact that
psychological, and the fact that you don't know
people
who's
leave
who.
and you don't know. Yeah, like
Who's who? It messes with your head, which is what that Forrest tried to do, but failed. The best type of horror movies are. I don't know if that's actually the best type of horror movie. I don't know if they're most enjoyable, but the most effective ones are the ones that make you feel scared about every moment in your
Yeah,
house.
thriller.
So
Yeah.
most of the ones put in your house are the better ones. The Grudge.
yeah,
That is one of the scariest movies of all time.
makes you terrified of TV. Like the thing that's my brother when he
Wait,
was
did I
young.
say The Grudge?
Yeah,
Yes.
You're thinking of
The Ring.
The Ring. No, The Grudge is a lot different than The Ring. The Ring,
I just
it was pretty good.
The-
Pretty good.
The Ring
The
was
Grudge
okay.
is so much different. It is so much better. It's the basic concept of it is it's the same Japanese stuff
know
that
it.
they had in
Yeah,
this
I know
movie.
the
The bad spirits and everything getting attached. But this time it's so simple. You walk into a house, you're pretty much dead. The thing follows you. I mean the thing. What's her name?
You know, horror movie we have.
Oh, I remember that one.
You've
That
seen
one was
it?
Weird.
Oh my god, it's
I-
so
I
good.
know
Attached
what
from
that-
any
makes that
angle, it's
sound.
so good.
Can I add on
You
to
know
that
what movie
real
we
quick?
need to watch?
Under throat.
Yeah.
Okay, so like adding on to that, you want
Gurgling
horror
sound.
movies to make you psychologically unstable with every movement you make. That will make a great horror movie. And I agree with you.
I mean,
like the jump stuff, that will make you pop for a second and say,
Mhm.
"Oh crap!" But then it's like,
That's
"Oh,
oh.
it just happens." Oh,
Honestly, though, I mean, if you really think about it, though, like, if someone sat there and made, like, a truly, like, perfect, horrific movie, like, I don't know if you could walk away from something
Piss
like
my
that and
pants.
be
Yeah,
the
that
same
was
my
okay.
pants.
So I don't know if that's, like, I don't know if they can make
I
something
think-
like that.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, they're probably-
Because
they
if
can
they
only- they
made
can go too
something that was
far.
just, like, truly horrifying
yeah.
and just, like,
I don't think they'd release it.
just messed
Yes.
up, like,
Snuff
you
films,
just wouldn't be
no.
the same after it. You'd be like,
You
it'd
Yeah,
just be
yeah,
so
one-
messed
you
and
people talk about it,
traumatizing.
have a
It'd just be
positive
like,
reaction to it.
yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what
it would probably be too much.
What director you're talking about, don't you?
Who?
Eli Roth. The shit he makes.
Uh-huh.
Same
Let
with
me
who
see, I
make
can't
Human
remember.
Centipede. Like the whole point of them was like how much messed up,
Shock.
messed up shit can we put into a
Not
movie?
necessarily shock, but just like something
Psychological-
truly
He's talking about something else. He's talking about
psychologically
something else.
horrific. You're
yes,
just like,
that makes you unstable.
it wouldn't. You would like you. I don't think you could walk away from something. So I just don't think
Okay.
they could make a movie
There was
like
one
that.
scene.
Well, I wanted to point this
Yeah,
out to you about The Grudge. You were talking about The Grudge, right?
Correct.
A movie that we haven't watched. This was heralded as a great movie last year.
Mhm.
We're in 2016 now. 2015 was heralded as a great movie. It Follows.
I've seen that movie. That is a good movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, and I heard it was good.
The small scenes are what make that movie. It's not perfect. It's got a lot of bad points. Like toward the end, I found it was pretty weak. There are scenes like small little things. Like they're sitting in a car one scene, and there's just you just see one person walking toward them, and the whole concept of the movie. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
I'm sorry, I just got too
real,
much
real
time. Anyway.
quick. The conversation I want to bring up earlier was the fact that I think, like you said, we're done with kind of horror movies. I was gonna ask everybody. We'll go around in a circle.
I will
real quick.
revise my argument about that in a moment.
How do we make a movie? Horror movies, like we said, are kind of done. Like you were gonna revise your argument about how they're done-ish.
That's
A
what I'm saying.
pure horror movie, though. Pure horror movies are kind of done. So, what kind of movies are like how are people gonna start scaring people now? Like, because you can't make just a movie based around horror. Like,
So true.
there's a movie that the one I was gonna mention we could go watch after this is there's a movie called Prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It stars Hugh Jackman and it's got what's the motherfucker's name? Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. And Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it.
Can you give me a rundown of the basics of it?
The basic is Hugh Jackman and Cuba Gooding Jr.'s. They have Cuba Gooding Jr.'s. What am I? Some black person over here.
So like some candies.
I got
Want
Cuba
some
Gooding
Cuba
Jr.'s? But
I think this shit.
they have two little kids, two little girls, and they have two older kids. And the two little girls, they go out, and it's Thanksgiving Day, and they go missing. And they go missing the whole time. Like, that's the point of the movie, is them trying to find him. And Jake Gyllenhaal's the detective, and they believe that this mentally handicapped little boy, by little boy I mean like 20-year-old, had taken them. And it's really in depth, and it kind of scared me in the fact that just like you said, Adrian, like somebody sit there and make it something so fucked up, like it fucks with your head. Like, it's one of those movies that is like, my mom couldn't watch it. She left the room because it's real world shit. Like, it's that shit that happens. Kids get kidnapped and you never see them again. Bad shit happens to them and people kill them, and it's why? Just because they can. Like, and
Serial killer's one of the most scary things in existence.
yeah, like that's the kind of horror movie I think we're moving towards now. They're not even meant to be horror movies. Like, the same director who did Prisoners, he did this new movie called Sicario.
That was good.
It was really good, and my mom hated it again because it's real world. But my uncle was telling me that's the most accurate thing you will ever get to a joint operation in the police. Is a joint operation is there's higher ups that are just gonna fuck you over. Like, that's what he was telling me. Is just like, they're using you to do something. Like, you have jurisdiction here. Well, we need jurisdiction there. So you're part of the joint operation, but you're not really part of the joint operation. All of our guys are going to go in, and you're going to sit over here.
And you're gonna take the blame.
Yeah. And so he was telling me about that, and like, that guy, he's making like real world movies. Much like, I mean, you know, I enjoy Christopher Nolan's movies. I enjoy those kind of things. Like, those are good movies. They're fun movies to watch with friends. Interstellar's fun. Inception's fun. But Prisoners is just, we'll have to go watch it after this. Like, it's just such a good movie, and the fact that it's terrifying. Like, to think, holy shit, like, I'm a person who wants kids. I will never let my kid out of my sight. Like,
Those sound like more like
psychological thrillers.
and a lot of like more like suspense thrillers.
Yeah, okay.
Suspense, hard psychological.
Just like we watched the movie Nightcrawler. Like, that movie was fucked up.
And
Yeah,
another
it's
one that's
messed
kind of
up.
like that too, that messes with your head, is Moon. Have you seen
Dude,
Moon
Moon
with
is-
Sam Rockwell?
I haven't seen
Oh, that movie,
Interstellar.
that movie was so fucking good.
Okay, we have that list of movies to go.
Is that
Those
the one where they're on the
independent
moon?
Moon is not horror now.
Okay.
Moon is just, it'll
It
fuck
messes with your head.
It's scary.
It's one of those ones
Not
that,
really.
like,
Like a
I mean,
psychological-
whew, you're like,
The
you
horror
watch it,
movie
and you're like,
Rubber.
oh, like,
So-
all right.
Really?
I think the best horror is, like, for me, I find the most horror in actual, like where I find I'm actually scared is the action and like the different ways that the villain will like try and kill the protagonist, like the latest James Bond with the needles that go into his
Yeah, I
neck and
heard.
into his eye.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's
sounds
bad.
painful.
Yeah. He gets these like millimeter little screws
And-
that drills into
Right
the
here.
side of his neck, into his eyes,
fuck.
and
Wow.
everywhere. And it's like in different movies, it's different, but like the ways that they invent for people to die, that just brings
Oh,
terror
like torture
into me.
scenes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You probably like a lot. Well, it's not
Kinda
like,
like
but like
the
it scare you
Flavortown.
a lot more like good serial killer
Yeah.
stuff. One thing we didn't set up from the start that we should have set up that would have made this whole argument a lot more simple. Can you get the door?
Yeah.
Would be what is a good movie? Like, what is a good movie and what is a good horror movie?
Yeah,
What is a good movie? I'll just make a quick
something
comment.
like Interstellar, something like Inception. It's just
The
a good general
Martian.
movie.
Well,
The
I mean, yeah,
Martian,
but what does it make? You enjoyed it. It interests you.
As somebody who
Well,
works,
That's a good movie. That's a good basic movie for all movies. That's what they have to do. They have to be
yeah, enjoyable.
And
enjoyable and they have to interest you.
Sorry. And another thing is a good movie has to be something that you walk out of the movie theater and go, it'd be cool to be that character or something like that. And
Or
you-
it would be. I would watch that movie again.
I would watch this with my dudes.
I enjoy that. Like, you gotta feel that buzz in your head. Like, how many times have you guys watched a superhero movie and you've got that feeling in your scalp when you come out? And you feel like you kick the world's ass.
How
I
many
am
DC
Iron
movies
Man.
have come out?
I am Iron Man.
So
We're nerds, so yeah.
I was gonna go around and ask, kind of, to not really wind down the conversation, but kind of wind it down a little bit. What is a movie that wasn't meant to be a horror movie that scared you?
Oh, you're gonna agree with me on this. Mockingjay Part 2.
I meant like a general movie, like throughout the whole thing. Yeah, that scared me in those scenes, but like, as somebody who's read the book, I know you read the book too. Like, it was a little scary, and like the suspense was building up. I'm talking about like when they actually attacked afterwards, I was no longer scared.
I don't know why, but that's probably my favorite type of, well, the most effective type of horror for me is the stuff that, like, it's traps everywhere, deaths around every corner, and you have no way of knowing whether you're gonna die, like, by a step.
Like I said, Prisoners is my top movie. I know none of y'all have seen it but me, but that's my top. Just like it scares me of people, and that's just someone like me who's like a really messed up person. Like, you know, my head's kind of crazy, but it's just kind of scary. So Adrian, as a like kid or anything, what's movie that wasn't supposed to scare you scared you? I got you. Shrek. When the little dolls came out, when they opened up that thing, the little dolls were performing. I was like, damn, that's scary. Like, you've got to be trapped there your whole life, just singing and dancing every time someone kind of open this. They look sad and depressed, like they want to kill themselves.
Man, I'm not sure. You'd have to come back to me. That's kind of hard to think of. A movie that didn't scare me, but
Davis?
like actually scared.
Oh, I was gonna say the Maze Runner, that scene with the creature, with the scorpion creature, where they were trying to evade it in the maze.
Yeah.
But what I was not really in a scary way, like it's more of like when you think about it, it's scary because it's weird. It's not like immediately like horror. Was 9. Y'all know what 9 is? The number 9.
Oh, you're talking about that one where it's like the apocalypse and there are these dolls?
Yeah, it's the dolls.
Oh god, it's a weird CG movie.
Well, no, it's not that it's scary. It's just when you think about it, and you know, like after an apocalypse, and like that's what happens. It just kind of brings like a low like.
I gotta say, like the more I keep thinking about like stuff over here, like the amount of movies I've watched, like just thinking about that with my family, like. Me and my dad go see this, like we went and saw The Hateful Eight with my brother. We went and saw The Revenant. We went and saw like Mad Max Fury Road. Me and my dad have watched the movie 7. Like what kind of father-son experience is that to watch the movie 7, which is considered one of the most fucked up movies of all time? I've seen a lot of fucked up shit, and I feel like the reason I can make good horror movies is because I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. Like I can sit there and I can cook up something.
The opening
fuck what people says. But also like I'm kind of a remorseful person. I kind of feel bad when I do bad things. So, like, the thought of putting something fucked up out of my head out there kind of scares me because I don't want to scare anybody, like, that bad. Like, I don't, like, I mean, you're talking to a guy who is fully on board with the fact that my dad was, like, Arkansas or Big Bend or your next backpack came out. You should bring what's it called? A bull bell, I guess what it's called. Which is a huge tub, or it's called a bull drum. And you rub it around and it sounds like a bull or a bear's coming at you. And just go to the Younger Scouts tents and Big Ben and just... I don't know how I'd feel like making a horror movie just because I'd be like, I don't want to scare people that bad. I don't, like I said, I could fucking terrify people. I don't know how I feel about it. How would you feel about it, Adrian? Like putting horror movies out?
I don't know. I always think horror movies are different for everybody just because, I mean... You might be able to make something that could truly terrify you, but I don't know if it'll terrify me.
Yeah, horror is probably one of the mediums that it's different for everyone who takes it. Some people like the fucked up shit because I have no idea they're psychotic. Like that's what all the earlier horror movies were.
Okay, real quick.
I mean, like sorry, I know you're about to say something, but I mean, I know my coworker Jason. He tells me about his brother, like his and his wife, like they have kids and shit. But they still love watching like he goes out and finds like these fucked up like overseas films and just like messed up horror films that are just like disgusting and nasty and just like messed up, and they're just like laughing and just like enjoying this shit. And like my coworker who enjoys horror movies, I mean, but like they take it to another level. He's just like, man, how do you like that shit? Like.
So you're talking like
what the hell,
the
like
Eli
come
Roth
on,
stuff.
Yeah, like just like messed up stuff.
Like so, real quick, I have an interesting idea, but I want to see how well it will work with this group we have right here. Adrian, what kind of horror stuff terrifies you?
I mean, I don't know, just like me, just being in a situation where something bad is happening to me or either people I love and I can't do something about it, or I just somewhere where I'm not in control, or just like helpless. I mean, I mean, just like being helpless and just like I don't know, just like I don't know. Just
So
So,
to add on to
yeah.
that real quick, like, so that's the shit that scares me in my head. Like, the fact that whenever I go through like a breakup or something, my first thought is I'm gonna hurt every single person they love because that's gonna hurt them more. Like, I don't like that's something that pops in my head. Like, I know that that's what hurts people and that's what scares people is the fact that their loved one's getting hurt, and I don't like that. I don't like that's the thought in my head. But Jackson, what do you get scared of?
Dolls and like whispers in my ears and shit, and psychopaths.
Davis.
Oh, okay.
Come back to Will.
Davis. I'm joking.
I like it's mainly probably more based on my video game horror experience, but stuff that you have to think about for a while to actually fully appreciate what's going on. That's why I think 9 was so scary. And then stuff that's like very like philosophical, like I'm gonna mention Selma again. That was a very philosophical game. And
Selma.
You say Selma, and I always think of the Martin Luther King movie that came out last
No,
year.
Soma. S-O-M-A, the Latin word for body.
Oh my
I
God.
had a
That,
drink.
by the way, that is a clever name for that.
it is.
It's so good. It
Dude.
makes you like, wow, what's that situation? I wonder
Dude.
if I was in that situation.
Okay, I have,
What
I
I-
have an interesting idea. So real quick,
just
I'm
making
like-
you think about that scenario and like that about like having a different body and like what would happen to like your consciousness. Are you still considered a valid human?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We might talk about something.
So real
But
quick,
that-
so
but-
what you're talking about is like you
but-
you like horror movies. Like what scares you is the things where you like afterwards you gotta go.
Yeah,
like,
after
I gotta
after.
think
You
about
think
this
about your
for a
life.
minute, and I gotta like
Mhm.
I gotta reconsider my life. And Will, you kind of just said like
I'm pretty
different
bald.
things scare you at different times.
It's very dependent on the
Okay,
situation.
like I said, I have an idea. You know, I don't know how much I'll work with each of you, but I want to make a horror movie. It's what I've always wanted to do. I don't know if I'll put it out. Depends how good it is, and depends like how scary it is. But like you said, Adrian said, the problem with a horror movie is whatever scares that person.
So if we put multiple people on it,
Us five, we just listed 5 different things that terrify us. It's a pretty big generalization of whatever terrifies everybody. Whether it's like clowns and dolls and like like Jackson, he's terrified of people and that kind of stuff. Like
Fuck yeah.
where things moving and that kind of stuff. Davis is terrified about thinking about like that kind of stuff, like thinking about life changing stuff. Adrian is terrified about losing people around him. Will, you're terrified by like the generality of horror, like the fact that it's
different in different situations.
different in different situations, and I'm terrified.
It
by it.
adapts.
As crazy as it's gonna sound, and probably will scare all of you and everybody listening, is the fact that I'm terrified of like everything. Like I sit in my bed and I'm just scared. Like it's not fun. I just sit there. I'm just like
You come and you're scared. You're just like, whoa, that was scary.
yeah. Hey man, long shot. It hits the ceiling. I'm like,
Oh
what?
god. You just see like something materialize out of the
So my idea is
What
that
the hell am I thinking about?
if Adrian says that the generalization of horror, that's the problem, is you like either you try to make a horror movie to appeal to everybody, you try to make a horror movie to appeal to you.
Or you just don't try. The Forest.
What if
Yeah.
what if we made a horror movie where the 5 generalizations of horror just kind of made
Try
a
to
movie
make their way
together?
That could work out. We could probably
That would
do
be very
decently.
hard to make though.
Yeah, I
Actually
mean,
make
You
it
know
good.
what? You know what would be a better use of our time? We make that parody we were talking about earlier, where we put Adrian in the forest.
Yeah, the spoof.
Can we have
The
Josh
forest
Kelly
spoof.
play his twin?
And Guy
Yes.
Fieri.
Yes.
Guy Fieri.
God, yes.
We need Guy Fieri.
Flavortown.
He doesn't even need to have a part.
Flavortown,
He just
bitch.
needs to. He needs to be every side character.
Okay, so the
Hey, I'm
setting
Guy
for our
Fieri.
horror movie is called
Flavortown.
Flavortown.
Woo!
Flavor.
You say Ric Flair's driving with Guy Fieri? Flavortown.
Woo!
No wait, it's
In the
Drag Me to
McLaren.
Flavortown.
That's the name of the movie, is Drag Me to Flavortown?
Oh, can I talk about one movie you probably like? Well, that'd scare you.
We just had a perfect place to end this movie.
I'm so sorry. I
Okay.
just want to keep talking
Just
about horror. This is why you don't
just
talk me
fucking,
start
like-
talking about horror.
We just we had a
I have
perfect
2 other
place
things I want to
end
talk
the
about, but I'm
movie.
not going to talk
We
about
can
them.
go 5 more minutes.
Okay.
5 more minutes. Okay, I'll go this way. Drag Me to Hell.
Oh yeah, I saw.
You
I
guys saw that one?
No,
That's
no,
one
no.
of
I
the
didn't
ones-
saw it, but I know what it is.
The movie itself sucks. You have to agree. The movie itself. Well, you haven't seen it. The movie is
Well,
it's
I've seen
terrible.
it. I know what it is.
Every jump scare sucks. It's so terrible. But the idea of like that ending scene is the only thing that works in it.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna spoil it. She gets dragged down to hell. Big
Cool
shocker.
surprise.
Yeah, like but it's like it's so like oddly graphic, but not graphic at the same time. It's terrifying. Like thinking about like, wow, what would I do in that situation? Which is simply you go to hell.
Yeah.
Like it
No,
makes
really
you
good
start
horror
thinking about
movie
eternal damnation.
That
God
everyone
damn.
says is a great horror movie.
Anything
And
eternal.
it's really kind of
even
like,
if it's good.
Yeah,
scares
eternal.
me.
Eternal.
Well,
It scares me.
you know
but-
what a really good horror movie is? It's like
I'm afraid of
The
commitment.
Fields of Asterfell.
it's like I know everybody says it's a good horror movie. Fucking Cabin in the Woods.
I haven't seen it.
It's
Please
so
don't spoil
fucking
it.
good.
Can we
Is
watch
it?
that tonight?
Oh, we're gonna watch probably Prisoners. Cabin in the Woods is fucking long. It's like 2.5. It's like 2 hours and 50
It's a
minutes.
long horror movie.
It's a fucking long horror movie.
I want to watch it.
Y'all didn't know? Okay, y'all
Who
didn't know
was
the Cloverfield?
Cabin in the Woods is probably
Cloverfield? That movie
Dude.
one of the dumbest movies.
No,
to
dude,
me.
it's good. It's just I hate the found footage.
The found footage sucks, but
Oh.
Maybe
why
it
does
could've-
Cloverfield suck?
I don't know. Maybe I had a bad thought
Can we
going
get,
into it.
can we
I
get-
probably ruined it for myself once I started watching it.
You
It
know
was
Cloverfield,
just-
right?
Nah, I know Cleavage Field. That's like the Triple X remake.
Can we get? You need to
Found
write better
footage,
reaction.
found footage, it doesn't scare me. I can't get
Fun
immersed
fact,
into it.
found footage is what the movie Friday the 13th is moving to.
Oh, God.
yay.
But
Found footage,
maybe
what do you mean?
I'll give a pass for
camera?
the first couple Paranormal Activity
Oh.
movies. Those weren't done too bad.
yeah,
They had
Paranormal Activity's good.
Maybe
One
the
is
first
great.
two, yeah.
Oh no!
First-
I can't
one
stop
and
talking
two
about it.
are
I can't
good.
stop talking about
It
it.
got a
I
little
can't
bit
start
repetitive.
talking.
You actually, what was
1
it?
and 2 Paranormal Activity are good.
A movie that I didn't think was gonna scare me, but kind of like scared me a little bit was like Quarantine. You remember the first one? The first Quarantine.
Oh, I
The
think
But
I
is
very
that about-
first
real
one.
quick,
That
real
one was kind of.
the
I've
reason I
heard
mentioned Cloverfield is because
Those are very real
J.J.
situation
Abrams
movies.
directed
Yeah.
Cloverfield.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking great. J.J. Abrams was fucking great. Super 8's also another movie that scared me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
It wasn't that scary
not-
though.
not
It
Shit
was
was kind of
just
weird.
like when that kid broke his leg at the
Yeah.
end. Like that kind of scared
Wait, what is this?
But
What is that one?
me.
Super 8?
We might watch Super 8 tonight. It's a J.J. Abrams movie. It's good.
It was
Super
on
8's
Netflix
pretty
though.
good. Yeah.
Anyway, like you were
But,
talking about earlier, that's a very real
real quick-
situation. Quarantine, like all those quarantine movies, they all follow a real situation that you put yourself in.
Cloverfield. J.J. Abrams has been making new Star Wars. 7. He's been making Star Wars the whole
Mhm.
time.
The new one was good.
But
It
no
was great.
Vader, no.
We all liked it. 2 days ago, this motherfucker drops a trailer for Cloverfield 2. But it's not a sequel.
Wait, what?
It's a
Prequel?
sister movie.
Sister
Oh.
movie. Oh, that's a
So this
good
is the
idea.
point of this. Much like your
Is
quarantine.
it found footage?
No.
Yes, that's what I was hoping.
It's much like a quarantine film. It's about John Goodman, and there's 2 other people in this cabin with him. But it's not a cabin. It's an underground bunker.
Mm-hmm.
And these other 2 people from the trailer, it looks like they don't know why they're in the bunker with John
Mhm.
Goodman. He's the only one that knows.
Mhm.
And so this lady's trying to escape the whole time, and John Goodman like breaks her leg.
Good God.
And so like she keeps trying to escape, and then when she finally does, the Cloverfield monsters have taken over like everything. So the whole point is this is now, instead of a Cloverfield movie and like found footage and destruction and
Mhm.
disaster, this movie is now like, now you want to talk about claustrophobia? It's like 2 rooms, and they're underground.
Oh, that movie you were talking about earlier, that is the most claustrophobic movie in the world. It is so bad.
Yeah, that one too, because it's also shot from like a what you call it, like cam.
Yeah,
Found
found
footage.
footage.
Yeah, found footage.
But it's
yeah,
not that much
one
found
minute.
footage, if I remember correctly.
It's-
Or maybe
well,
I'm
I
thinking
don't
of
know.
a different movie. I'm thinking of a different movie in the cave.
No,
No,
as I was
okay,
saying,
that's
the
different.
crazy thing is you know when Cloverfield 2 drops in theaters?
When?
Fucking 2 months.
Really?
Mm.
He's been fucking making it for like 6 years. Like this dude's just gonna drop a movie in 2 months.
Wow.
It's gonna be fucking fantastic. We're gonna have to go watch it. Like I think it's gonna be great. John Goodman and anything's good.
Yeah, I think the found footage for like big thing movies where something big is happening doesn't work for me. But like the paranormal ones, like that moving camera, I think it was in 3, the one where it just moves back and forth, where it's moving to something you don't want to see, and you're just looking at it like, oh god, those are leaves. You can tell those are leaves.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, and like you're thinking like, no, don't go, wait, no,
Yeah,
shut the
those.
fuck up, stop. I love
Like
that.
trying
Like I
to
said, I
deny the
enjoyed.
inevitable.
I enjoyed Paranormal Activity. I think it's got one of the, it's arguably one of the best endings in a horror movie. It's just like it's so fucking unexpected. Like with
I
the
don't
first
remember
one,
the endings.
the first movie is literally like she just throws the body at the camera.
Yeah, that was
Like it's just fucking so unexpected because you're just like, I think the key strategy, if I remember correctly, they didn't allow the runtime to come out, so you didn't know when the movie was gonna end, and so when he runs off to go grab her again, you're just like, oh, she's gonna go grab her again, and then he fucking throws his body at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I also prefer
They
the
went through so many endings in that movie. They could not decide.
yeah,
But
I prefer the ending where she gets shot by the cops.
Yeah.
I think that's a better ending. Well, this is the Trip to Flavortown podcast. So we've been on Harville Alley the whole night, and I think it's about time we leave Harville Alley.
Yeah. This is Adrian leaving this Nightmare on Elm Street.
This is Matthew leaving the Friday the 13th.
Hi, I'm Davis, and I'm about to leave because I'm tired.
My name is Trey, and I got a basketball game on
I'm wearing a
Tuesday.
Snuggie, by the way.
Yeah, he's been wearing a giant orange snuggie.
This is Jackson, and I'm signing off.
We are
If we
going
go
to
to
Flavortown.
Apple Maps, and I just type in Flavortown, where's it going to take me?
Oh
It's gonna
my
take you to
God.
It's
Flavortown.
gonna take you to
Flavor.
guy
It's gotta be Flavortown.
It's gonna
not
take you
flavor.
to this guy's
Let's go
house.
with, there's a place called Flavor the Town. It's just in Houston.
What?
No, it's in Avon, Ohio. Who wants to go?
Hey,
Let's go.
Hell no.
1,082 miles. I'll book a flight right now.
No, we ain't flying.
I'll book a
Adrian's
flight.
driving. Adrian's driving.
Oh yeah, well I guess I gotta run. up
Will,
on
you're in the back
fuck
of the
it.
Jeep. I'm thinking I might dye my hair silver
Please no.
No.
or temporary dye it
No.
silver.
No.
I might go. I might go.
No.
You're not gay, Matthew.
No.
Gay men always dye their hair.
I'm bisexual though.
What?
You're not
What?
Yeah,
gay.
you guys didn't know that?
No, I'm talking to him. Not all gay men die.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, but
even
I'm
see
gonna
that,
do
my
that.
brother.
Dye mine blue. Does that make me gay?
You may become gay when you do,
I don't know what the heck.
because all the gay guys will see it as
This
a target.
sucks, Jordan. You realize now I gotta
I
put
don't
this on a
give a fuck
homophobic
how
podcast
blue my
on
hair is,
iTunes?
but-
Hey, whatever.
I
Let's
will
just,
always
since
vote
we're already
pussy.
going for one
Hell
crowd, we
yeah,
might as
yeah.
well,
There's a
go
magical
for it.
thing called
Hail
jump
Hitler!
fest.
I hate the Jews. I hate
Jesus
the Jews.
Christ!
God
No!
damn it, what the hell are you
There's a
saying?
magical
Will.
thing
You
called
hate
jump
the Jews.
fest.
You look like a
Horrible
Jew.
person.
What are you doing?
Hold
You
on.
should
Hey,
just
I'm undercover,
swear,
bitches. I'm
please.
undercover. Get
Stop trying to be funny. Are you fucking Jerry Seinfeld? Then shut the fuck up.
God damn it, we got Kramer over here. Hate just a hating
Hey,
on
first of
people.
all,
We have to describe the people that were inside this movie because it was just.
niggas.
Natalie Portman. Natalie Dormer. Natalie
God
Dormer.
damn it, right
fucking
here.
asshole.
And we're getting any black
We're
people?
just gonna.
Yeah, the black guy in front of us. There was one black guy. And you should have seen him. Every time something scary happened, I was like, "Oh no!"
Hey, giggle.
Yeah, he was an Aggie, so I told him giggle right as the scary shit was happening.
Hey, let's talk about how
Okay.
Adrian
One thing that's in
can't
common
pick
with
up
all the
girls.
heart.
No, we're gonna talk about the forest. Jesus Christ,
God
Jackson.
damn it!
We're talking about the forest. Get out.
Get
No,
down. Either
I-
get down
I
or get
can't.
out. Don't try to fight anyone over this podcast.
Matthew, what was that one movie where like they went into the cave and then it like got flooded,
The Cave
but
of
then
Wonders.
they had to get out
The
real
Marsh.
quick?
Are you talking
because-
about
That's Journey to the Center of the Earth.
No,
No.
not
No.
Brendan Fraser. Hold on, I got this.
They like
David.
it started raining real bad and they had to get out real quick because it was gonna flood. And
Oh,
so, like,
Jumanji.
no, what the
Yes,
fuck?
it's
It's a
Jumanji.
fucking board game, you dumb motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking
Jumanji.
about?
Imagine if Jackson had been in that movie running around shirtless.
Let's